Hello, my name is Lori Kraus. I am a career specialist in the Career Development Center. This is a narrated presentation about interviewing. Make sure you have your speakers on and the volume is adjusted. If you need an alternative to the audio narration, speaker notes can be viewed from the Notes tab section of this presentation. You have complete control over the pace of this presentation. You can jump to a topic by selecting it from the outline to the left of your screen, listen to the presentation in its entirety, or pause, play, review in advance at any time using the navigation buttons. Interviewing can be anxiety-provoking and nerve-wracking. There are so many possibilities of questions, and it's hard to know which are the most important and what kind of answer the interviewer is looking for. You may never know the exact answer the interviewer is looking for, but in this webinar, we will cover what questions are important and how to prepare for them. The three most important interviewing questions are, why me? Why this job, and why this company? First things first, the why me question. This is the most critical of the three whys. This is your elevator speech and your chance to share with the interviewer that you have the skills needed to be successful in the job. Some examples of how the interviewer might ask this question are, tell me about yourself. Walk me through your resume. Tell me about a time when you had to sell an idea to others who were initially skeptical. Give me an example of a project or task you started on your own. And how many street lamps are there in Manhattan? Although this is a unique question, this is a good way for the interviewer to get at your analytical skills and see how you perform under pressure. What should you communicate to the interviewer for this question? You want to use examples that illustrate the key skills required for the job. This can include examples of your work, your academic background, and extracurricular activities. Be sure to use context action result, or better known as CAR examples and stories when talking about these things. For more resources on CAR, please visit our website. The why this job is the next on our list. The interviewer is looking for an understanding of how well you know the job and industry. They want to make sure this job is a logical fit given your past experiences or future goals. Some examples of how the interviewer may ask this is, what skills do you think are critical to being successful in this role? If you were CEO, what opportunities would you be focused on right now? Or, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What is important to communicate for this question? You want to be able to demonstrate these three things for the interviewer: a good working knowledge of the industry, a strong understanding of the position, and you need to be able to make a connection between your past or future goals and the job you are interviewing for. If you don't have on-the-job experience, talk about what you have done that makes you qualified, whether it's a class project, being a member of related organizations, or transferable skills you have that they are looking for. The third most important interview question is why this company? The interviewer is looking for knowledge of how the company differs from its competitors and whether your skill set is a good fit for the company. For example, if you're applying for an accounting internship, they might want to know why you have decided to apply to their particular company versus their competitors. What about them do you relate to, or why do you think that company would be a good fit for you and for them? For entry-level positions, nailing this question is a great way to distinguish yourself from other strong candidates who have key skills, but don't do a great job of communicating why they want to work for the specific company. For experienced professionals, the interviewer is assessing to see how your skill set and personality fit with the organization. Make it clear to them that it is a good match. So, how will the interviewer ask this question, or how can you demonstrate your knowledge? You want to talk about why you're leaving your current employer to join them. You also want to show them that you have knowledge of their company. An easy way to do this is by asking in-depth questions about their company. For this question, you want to communicate a knowledge of the company's organization and operation. Go beyond just generic information. If you can substitute one company name for another, and the information still makes sense, then it's not specific enough. Again, you want to talk about how a job at this company is tied to your career goals, and you want to explain how your skill set is a good fit for this particular company. Interviewing can be tough, and you never know exactly what the interviewer is looking for. However, if you can be as prepared as possible, you will feel more confident and feel better about the interview. The Career Development Center offers mock interviews and help with any interviewing questions you may have. You can always contact our office to make an appointment, with any of our counselors at 651 962 6761.